Hi, my name is Kathy Wentz, and I have about 30 years of experience in the homeschooling community. I'm not a lawyer and I don't play one on TV, but we do have an awful lot of, um, you know, well vetted legal information that I would like to share with you today. I have been a volunteer with the Homeschool Resource Center at the Johnsburg Public Library for about 19 years. And I also have been involved with Illinois House, Home-Oriented Unique Schooling Experience for many, many years. And Illinois House is a coalition of homeschool support groups that are all non-sectarian. And they have created a wealth of information for you on their webpage that I'd like to share with you today. So I'm going to go over to that. Now, this particular page is a summary of Illinois law. And as you can see, every single detail that you probably need is on this page. And again, it's just at Illinois, spelled out, house, house.org. Now, every single Illinois homeschool is a private school, according to a 1950s Illinois Supreme Court case called the People versus Levison. If you'd ever like to visit and read the summary of that, it is right here on there's a link right here on Illinois House's webpage. The only part of Illinois law that directly affects homeschoolers is section 26.1 of the Illinois School Code, which states that we must teach the core subjects in the English language. And it is obviously flexible. If you have a child, for instance, that only speaks Polish, that's fine, but you need to be using materials that will help them learn English. If you have a child that only communicates through American Sign Language in the written word, that's obviously fine. Continue to use the materials that the child needs to use in order to learn to the best of their ability. There are, specific subjects that Illinois law wants us to cover, and those include language arts, mathematics, biological and physical sciences, social sciences, fine arts, physical development, and health. Not every one of these subjects needs to be taught every day. In fact, an awful lot of homeschoolers choose to use block studies. They actually will take, they'll teach history 2 days a week, science 1 day a week. Makes it a little bit easier. You're not blowing up the kitchen every day. You don't have to do fine arts every single day. There are quite a few situations where you might do 1 month of something and then not cover it for the rest of the year. That's absolutely fine. A lot of people do that. Okay. We are under compulsory attendance. So our compulsory attendance is from the time the child turns 6 until they turn 17, unless they have already graduated from high school. Kindergarten is not required in the state of Illinois. So if you are in a situation where you have a 3 or a 4 or a 5-year-old and they've never been enrolled in a public school program, there's no need to worry about withdrawing them from the public school. They can just go straight into your private school / homeschool situation. Now, while attendance is required, note that attendance is not defined in the state of Illinois. So attendance does not mean sitting at a desk for 4 or 5 hours a day. Obviously, if you have a little kid, they probably would not sit at a desk for more than 15 minutes without major problems. Likewise, an awful lot of people learn better at the kitchen table. They learn great out on the trampoline, reciting their multiplication tables while on the trampoline. PE, by its very nature, needs to be out and about. Field trips are attendance. Watching videos and educational movies are attendance. Going to the violin lesson or out on, to a co-op, That is attendance. There are lots and lots of ways of counting attendance. So please don't be intimidated. Again, there's no hourly requirement. There are no days of the week requirement. There are no, or sorry, hours, days of the week. There are no days of the year requirement in the state of Illinois. So if you find somebody tells you, oh, you have to attend for 180 days, even the public schools do not have that requirement. So please do not listen to, uh, you know, information without researching it thoroughly, please. Teacher certification is not required for any private school in the state of Illinois. That said, I am hearing lots of rumors, oh, you need to have a certified teacher. You do not. You really, really do not. If you also need to hire someone to teach your children, they also do not need to be certified. You are the primary caretaker of that child. You are the homeschool because you are the manager of that school. You can hire whomever you need to hire in order to homeschool your children. A lot of people today are getting into micro schooling. You have one teacher teaching two families or something. It's absolutely fine. Again, you are the private school, you are the homeschool. You can hire or fire whoever you want to help you with that process. Testing. Standardized testing is not required in the state of Illinois. Quite a few people do like to do testing, but you do not need to do testing. It is completely up to you, and there are a wide variety of resources that do provide testing if you choose to test on an annual, a semi-annual, or even just once or twice during the course of your homeschooling. State recognition of your program, there is none. You will not be accredited by the state. The state does not accredit anybody. The state does license public schools, but the state has no accreditation requirement. So please don't feel like you need to register with the state. You will, if you are in a situation where you are transferring out of a public school, you will be sent a form asking you to register with the state. Homeschoolers urge you, please do not do this. It says on the form multiple spots that this is a voluntary process. And if you would like to, you can actually come here, and there are multiple reasons why not to register. But if you go to this particular page on this site, and it's Should I Register, you can actually read a case history where registration went very, very wrong for homeschoolers, as well as the wonderful reason, the article written by Harvey Blue-Dorn, 8 reasons why not to register your homeschool. I'm going to just head back here. When you are looking at graduation requirements, please understand that, again, you are a private school. You decide what the graduation requirements are. Public schools do have graduation requirements. Homeschools and other private schools make up their own graduation requirements. I will be covering that in a different video. Likewise, I will be covering in a different video how to transfer out of the public school system and how to transfer back into the public school system when and if either of those things is necessary. So if you have any questions, obviously check out the Illinois House webpage. Again, that's Illinois spelled out, HOUSE.org. I hope that this video has helped you and reassured you that homeschooling is a lovely process and encourages you to go ahead and give it a try. Thank you.